Greetings, loved ones. We're going to take a journey into my YouTube reflection video. This is my video for my project that I did. I made some commercials. I spoofed some commercials. I wanted to work with film and Final Cut Pro again because that's what I enjoy, and I enjoy doing that. So first I'm gonna just talk a little bit, a short description and a few other things, and then I'll go through my video a little bit and talk about what I did. So, description. I decided to create two commercials. Um, they both advertise Vision Tech, and they both are inspired by actual commercials. One being Matthew McConaughey's Lincoln advertising, and the many commercials that DirecTV makes, where you might see Rob Lowe or Peyton Manning or another NFL players. So that's what I did. My mastery of technology. I like creating projects with film, but I wanted to get a little better, and one of those things where is I know I've always struggled with lighting, and probably struggled with lighting in this one too, but I think I learned more about lighting, even though it might not have showed as much in my final project. And so hopefully in the short time that I have left, that any other film projects I do, that they will have great lighting in them. Project plan. Basically, I used most of my time pretty well. Maybe could use a little better. I allowed things to go wrong, and they did, with some filming and some sound settings that got messed up and had to reshoot things. Stuff that goes wrong. Always allow time for things to go wrong. And then I did, however, not fail to get anything done. So that is always a success when you're doing a 4-week project and you do everything that you say you are going to do. So now what I'm going to do is I'll get my video out, and we're going to go through it, and I'll just talk about things I tried to do and things that worked, maybe some things that didn't work. So alright, so this is my final project, blah, blah, blah. Alright, so this is my final video that I put together. I'm not going to let it play all the way through. I'll put a link in the description, and you can go watch it for yourself all the way through. What I'm going to do here is I'm just going to talk about some things that I want to talk about and go from there. So this first part is what I talked about earlier. This is the Lincoln commercial that I spoofed about Vision Tech, and I'm going to talk about some lighting stuff that, just from what I can see, I need to do better at. As you can see towards the right of the screen, or to the right of my body, how the light seems almost bluer, and then to the back of the room there is it's yellower, whatever color you think that is. I think it's yellow, and so lighting isn't terrible, but I want to even some things up a little more. And so we're gonna move on a little bit to this part, and it's not terrible, but there is a little bit of shadow on my neck that I wish I would have paid attention to, and it is still a little fluorescent, which it's hard to get rid of that in the Vision Tech building because the lights are very fluorescent. But yeah, I wish we would have done a little better job. And this is the same shot, so nothing different. This part, outside lighting, so no issues, but just a simple camera focus. Start recording when I'm unfocused, and then focusing on Vision Tech, and then enroll today. So just a silly little Still a little commercial that I wanted to make and have some fun with, but wish I would have done a much better job with some lighting. And I know from now on that I think I know more about what to do and not to do, and so now I have no excuses to do anything else. So now we're gonna move on to my favorite part of the video. This is spoofing the DirecTV commercials, and I got to work with my little brother, and that was fun. And so basically, my little brother is an 8-year-old version of myself. So talk about the shots here. Little iffy focus on the camera here. Just going through, looked fine on the camera, even, and didn't really. Now that I see it on a bigger screen and stuff, could have focused a little better. And the lighting, really bad shadows, but where we were constrained to film and really no other option, it was really hard to light that room at the place I'm currently living at, in the basement. There's no lights at all, and I should have brought maybe more lights from Vision Tech than I did, but we're gonna move on to this shot, and it's a little better. It's not. I didn't do it the same way as previous in the other commercial, but because I wanted that one to be a little darker, and this one is all just from the ceiling lights and all in that room. Still a little fluorescent, but again, it's hard to get rid of that in the Vision Tech building. And also, I forgot to mention on this something. The audio. I'll just play this part, and hopefully you can hear it. As you can tell that, and you'll be able to probably hear it better if you go and watch the video by itself. But you can hear that the audio is not very good, and I'll get into the other sections of this part, and the audio is fine. So there's really not much you can do when you have a really loud air conditioning units and whatever other stuff is back in the utility rooms in the basement. That makes a lot of noise. That makes it harder. But so yeah, I wish I would have caught it earlier and maybe reshot this scene, but kind of had to run. Was short on time and was not able to. So that's one thing to add to the project plan, is allow things to go wrong, and that's maybe one instance where if I would have maybe allowed more time, done this earlier, maybe would be able to reshoot this and have better quality. Moving on, I'll play this, and you can hear maybe there's a little bit of a difference in the audio. For some reason, just that first scene is the worst out of all of them for some reason, even though it's all in the same room, every part where you see this.
I can't sit on this couch without a sharp pain in my back.
Obviously, you can hear Carson a lot better than you can in the first scene. But the lighting, again, that room is so hard. You can tell where I used maybe an umbrella light on the right side, and there's more blue, and then on the left side I used just some lamps, a lamp that I have to light, just trying to get it not as dark, because it is a very dark room, but you can tell there's two different light sources that make it look different. I just wish I would have done a better job catch things like that. Moving on, I like this scene, even though still the audio isn't great in it. Wish I would have done a little better, but I wanted to showcase off our TV, and obviously to put something on it. What's better than little K-State football? So, moving on, Carson. I like this scene the best. Probably it's pretty funny. But again, there's some shadows and stuff, which again, it's hard in that little dark room, but no excuses. This scene is all. I didn't use any external lights except for just the room. I lit up the exposure a little bit, but I think it looks a lot better than I thought it would when I originally filmed it. And this is a I think a well lit scene. You can see it pretty clearly, even though there are a little bit of shadows. But yeah, that's all. That's all the video. For the DirecTV part, I wanted to make it funny, and I thought I came up with a pretty good idea to use Carson as a younger version of me, of myself, and really everything that I thought of, I put in there and try to make it funny and use my sense of humor to my advantage. So that's all my reflection video. Just reflecting on some of the things I wish I could have done better. I think I had some good ideas, but sometimes I struggle with executing and getting exactly every single drop of idea that I have in my head onto the screen, and that's one thing I want to be better at and do a better job of. So thanks for watching my video. Caden Byers is signing out. Thanks.